Boom! Coming in hot, Cincy, on a Friday. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude? I'm very, very fired up. Have you seen the trailer that dropped yesterday for the new Naked Gun movie?
Dude, I have not seen it.
Liam Neeson.
Okay, Liam Neeson, but I heard about it because I was on WDVE this morning in Pittsburgh, and they were talking about it a ton.
Dude, it's got potential. These remakes have been kind of like not great.
That great, yeah.
But dude, Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy, that's a start. Liam Neeson, who's great.
Okay, Seth MacFarlane's doing it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That makes me feel good because the original guys, the Zucker brothers,
Yeah.
that did Airplane, and then they didn't do Airplane 2, which was pretty good.
Right.
But then they did the original Naked Gun, and they were saying today on the morning show that they didn't even talk to them. They just did their own thing with Paramount.
Well, the trailer is funny. First of all, Liam Neeson's the best from Taken.
So they're taken to
I will kill you. It's great. But so you got to watch the trailer because at the very end, first of all, I'll tell you, I can tell you this. It's based on, so it's all their kids. So it's his kid, like Norbert's kid. Right. So there's
is OJ's kid in it?
Dude, in the trailer, there's it ends. You have to watch the trailer to the end. I don't want to give it away to anybody, but the trailer, the last shot of the trailer, I'm like, oh, this is going to be really good. This is going to be, you got to check it out. Anyway, speaking of Naked Gun.
What was your favorite line in Naked Gun? I think it's a baseball movie when they're like, Enrico Palazzo is the umpire. Remember?
Yes.
He's like, Steve Ray.
The umpire montage is the best part of that movie to me. That is the number one funniest thing.
Dude, and when Reggie Jackson's in it too,
yes,
they're like,
dude.
Reggie, she's gonna kill the queen.
I must kill the queen.
Kill the queen.
Oh, man.
Or I remember my buddy Doug Buchanan and I in college. We used to quote the one line where he'd be like, "Who killed Norberg? How was I gonna find him? And where the hell was I?" Remember?
Well, the other one is like when what's her name's walking down from the ladder and he goes, "Nice beaver."
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
So stupid. Stupid humor. We need stupid humor.
We do. Hey,
You
man.
know who should watch? I'll tell you who needs to watch Naked Gun and like take a breather and have a couple laughs is your Cincinnati Reds, dude. We gave them a pep talk. You gave them the greatest pep talk. Everything's fine. Just a couple games. What happened last night, dude?
Bro, another 1-0 loss.
That's terrible.
And our girl Sarah Langs is back at it again. She's one of the best in the business. I want to read what her tweet says. The Reds are the 6th team in Major League Baseball history to lose 3 straight games by a score of 1-0. Now here's the big part of the stat, Chinch. Joining the 1960 Phillies, like, it's not bad. It's 65 years ago. The 1917 Pirates. The 1909 Washington, I don't even know what their name was at the time. The 1909 St. Louis Browns.
Jeez Louise.
And then the 1908 Bros. Is that Brooklyn?
I don't even
BRO?
know.
I don't even know.
Good question.
But no team's ever done it in 4 straight, dude. That's why we got to lock in. The Reds got to lock in tonight and get things going. But
wow.
Chinchy, the one thing, though, that there was one stat in here that I like that Tito said, and Tito's the best, man. He goes, listen, I'm not going to be saying we and they. This is all of us. This is we. We're going to figure this out. We're going to get going. That's why Tito's the best. Because he's not like, our team, they're not swinging it that well. No. We as a collective aren't getting it done. The coaching staff, the hitting coaches, everybody. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and it's early in the season, so it is what it is. Hitting is contagious, you know. But at the end of this article, it says, despite the Reds owning a 2-5 record overall, the rotation has a 2.06 ERA during that span. That's 3rd lowest in MLB. And then Tito comes in like only he can. He says, hey, if that trend continues, these conversations will be a lot more fun. And that's the truth, man.
There you go.
You win on the bump. And the way that they've been pitching, Lodolo's got great stuff. I don't know if you watch that game, but he's nasty. He's got great stuff. Green's got great stuff. I mean, the way that Spire came out the game. So, yeah, listen, I'm not concerned because they can pitch and they can hit, dude. And when they start hitting, they're going to take off.
There you go. Okay, let's keep the Sean Casey power of positivity theme going here. There's an individual. All right, team game, we just checked that box. Yeah. Let's go individual game. Jose Altuve, who, by the way, has been a pretty darn good hitter for most of his career, like 330 in some seasons, batting champion. Yeah. He struck out 5 times last night. I believe they call that a platinum sombrero.
Do they really? Dude, if I struck out 5 times, bro, I'm going home. Like, me personally. I'm saying, I'm not even talking about Jose Altuve, anybody. I'm saying if I look back at my career, if I punched out 5 times, I remember punching out Carlos Zambrano. I punched out 3 times in my career. I don't know if you could find that stat, but I think I punched out 3 times in my career, like twice or 3 times. That was the most I ever did. So I didn't like striking out. But
right. You know what I used to do? Not that I freaking played.
Oh, tell you played Division I baseball, yeah.
If I wasn't seeing a ball, next game, first thing I would do, bunt. Try to bunt for a hit.
Dude, there you go. I didn't have that in my arsenal.
Watch it. I know, yeah. But Altuve does. But that's why I brought it up. So, so that way you can see the ball touch the bat. There's something psychological to me where it's like ping, like just feel it and see it and watch it into the glove.
Bro, I love
if I was in a slump, I would do like full rounds of just bunting, just so I could sit there and watch the ball hit my baseball.
Dude, so smart, man. Because and that's why I would say, like, play Pepper too. Either bunt or play Pepper where the guy's throwing you the ball and you're hitting it back because it's barrel control. You're just trying to take your hands, put the barrel on the ball. Take your hands, put the barrel on the ball. Take your hands, put the barrel on the ball. And you'd be surprised. I know it sounds like, well, that's too simple. No, it's not. It actually simple is what's going to get you out of whatever you're struggling with. So, but 5 punches. Did you see the last punchy too? It was like it was a legit big nasty changeup on the black. It was like almost a 2-seam changeup away that was off the plate and then caught the edge, and like it's almost like you give up on that pitch. But it's one of those days, dude. I remember being in the shower after the game. Whenever I have some offers, for a couple punchies, I'd be like, I would actually sing the song. Mama said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this. My mama said. I'd be in the shower, be like, dude, are you serious? Case I'm like, hey, dude, mama said there'd be days like this, bro.
That's so good. The insult to injury is like the picture on, everybody's got the picture of somebody with the byline on top of it. Like the Altuve picture, somebody got a shot of him. It was like backswing. So he was finished swinging. So his hands are flailed and his helmet is crooked on the side of his head and his eyes are like crooked. And that's what everybody's showing today for the picture of Altuve.
Dude, I want to see one thing before we move on from that, because I just want to look at something really quick.
Go for it.
Well, what's so funny, I obviously haven't followed the Astros, so I'm being openly honest right here, but I was just about to make the great analyst point that, like, well, he's probably struggling a little bit because he's playing left field.
90 going.
He's raking. He went over 5 of 5 punches. Now he's hitting 321. So he was going into yesterday. He was absolutely dominating. So there goes that. There goes that theory.
There you go.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Like he said, it was just one of them days.
It's one of them days. Don't take it personal. Whatever song you need to sing it so you can, move on and you can get it out of your head. Yeah, he was hitting 391 going into yesterday with a 962 OPS.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
I always go back. Dan Plesac, when he was having a bad day, I would go into his office and I'd be like, "Dan, what's going on?" And be like, "You ever have one of them days?"
Daddy's the best, dude.
So Altuve just had one of them days. That's all.
Just one of them days.
Yeah. All right. No. Okay. So we got all the negativity out. Sean, Breakthrough Pro, he's giving you the positive feedback. The Padres don't need any feedback. Just keep doing what you're doing right now, dude. They are streaking. The Padres-Dodgers rivalry is still peak baseball right now.
Really, dude. I tell you what. The Dodgers come out the gates 8-0. The Padres come out the gates 7-0. Signed Jackson Merrill to that long-term deal. Dude, I loved it. I don't know if you read the Jackson Merrill article where they were talking about, not a ton of teams are on it. He's from Severna Park in Maryland, right? Out Mark Budzinski country out there. And nobody was really on this kid.
Right.
And I guess the Padres got on him. They were like, man, we really like this guy. A.J. Preller goes to a game in 2021 in the stands, gets kicked out by security for because it was COVID time. I don't know if it was no one's supposed to be there or he wasn't wearing his mask or whatever. They're like, you got to go. But he never said who he was because he didn't want anyone to know. And so, and I guess at some point, Jackson Merrill had taken a picture with a Padres scout and posted it. And the Padres scout was like, hey, man, you need to delete that picture. So he deletes it. So Jackson Merrill's whole thing was, hey, I'm glad I signed this deal because they've been with me. They've believed in me since day one. They were scouting me when no one was really on me.
Very cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Really, really cool. So it's just neat to hear those kind of stories because,
yeah,
he's the real deal at the end of the day.
There you go. Let's look up some team stats. And
yeah, but the Padres are on it, dude. That's why I'm trying to find some Padres stuff here.
Yeah, Padres so they're 7-0. They only have 6 home runs. That's kind of interesting to me.
That is interesting.
They have 6 home runs. The Dodgers have 18 home runs.
Dodgers have 18?
Yes.
Dude, these guys, well, you got Luis Ariz in that lineup. Mm-hmm. You got, obviously Machado doing his thing. You got Jackson Merrill. I mean, there's a lot to like. Tatis at the top's hitting 423. Ariz hasn't even gotten going. He's hitting 148. Machado's hitting 400 with a 964 OPS. Merrill's hitting 417 with 1100 OPS. Cronenworth's got a 900 OPS. Bogey hasn't gotten going yet. One of the guys they brought in the offseason was Gavin Sheets. He's off to a nice start. Jose Iglesias, wherever he goes, people win. It's not. I think the Mets missed on that one. I think that was dumb of them not to just bring him back for what he means. And then you got the rotation. You got Cease. You got you got Michael King. You got some Darvish. You got some big time arms too. And that bullpen is lights out. Preller does a great job there too. So. They know what they're up against. The Padres were – I honestly think the Padres were a better team last year than the Dodgers. They went up – don't forget, Chinch. Yep. They were up 2-1 in that 5-game series, and then they ended up totally dropping the ball. Yeah.
I got a stat for you that you'll be very excited about. Talking about Ks today, San Diego Padres have struck out the least amount of times as a team in all of Major League Baseball, 40 Ks in 7 games. Wow. A lot of teams have only played 6 games and have more strikeouts than them.
Wow.
How's that? Wow, that's pretty good.
That's incredible, dude. That's incredible.
There you go. So they're not hitting for power, but they're not striking out, and they're getting
the ball in play, dude. And that means that happens. In this game, you got to be able to put the ball in play and make things happen. And I was watching the game yesterday. I saw another – what was I watching? Another bunt was laid down. The Brewers.
Right. The squeeze? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the safety squeeze. Yeah. Won the game for them. I mean, guys are laying bunts down, getting guys. And they bunted again, too.
Oh, this is baseball.
They bunted again. First and second, no outs, got the guy and 2 guys over. I mean, let's go. So I like to see that.
Padres' second highest team batting average in Major League Baseball right now. They're hitting, as a team, 298.
Wow.
How about this one, dude? Phillies hitting 305 as a team.
Did you see the home run Schwarber hit the other day?
Yes, dude.
444 dead center. It was off a lefty at his neck. Yeah. You know what? He hit dead center into a place I've never seen hit. It went into the stands.
Dude, you know what's funny about him? I went to a lot of postseason baseball games last year and a lot of Phillies games. Bro, he is so scary. He's one of those guys that like literally like, especially if you're rooting for the other team, big spot, he comes up and I don't care what his statistical numbers are at any given point. He looks so calm and so terrifying in the box.
Because he is, dude. Because he
yes,
is.
dude. Like he is a freak.
He's the real deal, dude. Schwarber is the real deal. And he's the leader on that team. And he hits bullets.
There you go. There you go. Speaking of bullets, Aaron Judge, again, another, just hitting bombs left and right. He's got 5 bombs.
Yeah, Volpe's got 4.
Volpe's got 4. I was going to ask you about, actually, Volpe, because he's not really hitting otherwise. He's hitting directly for power at the moment. But I think that's a little dicey because his power, he's hitting line drive home runs the other way.
Yeah, dude. So, and also, too, I always said this. You can't take away the damage numbers. My average goes up and down because it's an average. I'm going to get hot. I'm going to get cold. At the end, it's 4 homers. You don't take away – your homers don't go up and down. They just go up. He's got 4 bombs. He's driven in some runs. Like, those damage numbers don't go down. So, get the damage numbers when you can and then get hot in your average whenever you can.
4 homers in his and 5 hits. Yeah. By the way, top 20 jersey sales in the world right now. Yeah. Anthony Volpe's like 18.
Well, let's go, bro. Let's go. I love it. He's a shortstop for the Yankees, and he's a good-looking dude.
And how about but you know what else? First of all, he's a baby face, so he's very relatable to kids. But also, like, that's how you want, your kids, if they were younger right now, you'd be like, watch Anthony Volpe play the game. Watch how hard he plays. Right. Watch, every year it's like, his arm wasn't that strong. So what did he do? He just got his arm better. Right. Like playing defense.
Always working on his game. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, better than anybody.
I'm going down there tomorrow. It's my daughter's, Jillian's 15th birthday. I'm taking her down tomorrow, maybe on the field. And I said, what's one person, if you could get a picture with you? He's like, Anthony Volpe.
Nice.
I'm like, what about Judge? What about? She's like, no, Anthony Volpe. So I'm like, all right, we'll do it. So, Volpe, if you're not listening, but if you were, you better come over and take a picture with my daughter tomorrow. You're in trouble. I'm calling your parents.
I'm calling your His parents are the nicest people.
In the world, dude. They are the nicest. The Volpes are nicest people in the world.
Yeah. Do you know that actually Volpe's dad, this was a couple weeks ago, bought you know how they do those now? They do those Topps cards. It's like 1 of 1 with like those fancy cards.
Yeah.
So there was a Jazz card that was on sale on like eBay or something. Yeah. And some guy was selling it, and then all of a sudden the guy realized when he did the transaction, and he's like, "Are you related to Anthony Volpe?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm his dad. I'm buying this for Jazz for his birthday." So Anthony Volpe's dad bought Jazz one of Jazz's cards for his birthday a couple of weeks ago.
That's so cool, dude. That is so cool. That is I love that. Dude, that reminds me when Dimitri Young bought me my rookie card, Gem Mint 10. I have it. Gem Mint 10, 96 tops. He bought me 2 cards. That, and then he bought me Will Clark, Gem Mint 10 rookie too.
That's so cool.
Dimitri, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Dimitri's a big baseball card. He's like a big collector.
Well, he had one of the biggest collections ever, but then he got divorced and was like, I got to sell this thing because I got divorce is never good because you got to give away half. So he's like, I got to get rid of this and sell. But it's one of the best collections I've ever seen. I watched him. I watched the Gem Mint 10, Hank Aaron, boom. Gem Mint 10, Roberto Clemente, boom. Gem Mint 10, Willie Mays. One's a 1, Chinch. Wow. One's when people weren't doing, this is back in like 2001. He's like, as soon as the package was coming up, like, what do we got today, Trey? And I'd sit next to him. He'd be like, watch this, Case. Gem Mint 10, 101, Mickey Mantle. He collected all rookies. His collection was over $5 million, dude.
Whoa, wow. What was your favorite card? What was your favorite card you ever had? You still have it? Not you. I'm not even saying you, like collecting cards.
Dude, you know one card I loved? I think Dimitri got me this card. Remember the Sportflix cards?
Zoom in a little more.
Yeah. Sportflix. It said Will Clark Sportflix. Yeah. Oh, I have those. I love that. This is one of my favorite cards, the Will Clark Sportflix.
Yeah, and you flick it in and
change my favorite card was probably everybody's favorite card. Then he became my teammate, so it was a little weird. But the 89 Upper Deck Griffey. When Upper Deck came out, those were beautiful cards, and you had Griffey.
Tons of those.
Griff looked like a little kid with soul glow in his hair, just like big hat on. Hey, I'm Ken Griffey Jr. about to dominate for the next 20 years.
Yeah. I have let's see. My Dave Winfield rookie card was chill with the Padres. He looked like he actually looked like more like a power forward back then than he did a baseball player until he got older.
Or Ricky Henderson, 1980 tops.
Ricky Henderson, love that one.
I've seen that. Dimitri had that Gem Mint 10.
Yeah, the Clemens Tops card was
Donnie Mattingly, 84. 84.
Yes.
Bowman or something.
Yeah. What else, dude?
So legit.
The Bo Jackson, when they started putting like the rookie stars on the cards.
Oh, yeah. Bo Jackson, what, the 87 tops, I think?
You know what else I liked? Did you? I don't
Tops
think
traded, 86 bonds, tops traded.
6 bonds tops traded was
So
sick.
legit. Yeah, so legit.
That's when it stared getting confusing though. Like tops traded, it's not the tops.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a traded set. But what about the 84 Olympic team with
Yes.
McGuire?
Yes.
There's Will Clark in there.
Yes.
All those guys.
I
Yeah.
also have another one I really like that I have is Jim Abbott's 88 USA card.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, love it.
Dude, I could talk baseball cards all day. I love it. I
Let's,
gotta go.
let's do that one. Let's open some cards and do this card story we used to do at the beginning. Open up a pack of cards and stuff.
Well, I told you that one thing, dude. I have still unopened boxes. When I was at MLB Network and I used to work with the sales team and everything, and Topps would give us boxes of cards and we be part of our sales pitch. We actually were opening cards on I think Greg was opening them on a set. Dude, I have like 25 still unopened boxes from all of Ohtani's rookie year. I have like 20.
Do you really?
I have already now like that of boxes that I had opened. I'm not opening some of these boxes. I have like 25 of his rookie cards, and there's so many of them from that package because they did a couple pitching ones, they did a couple hitting ones.
Right.
Wow. I actually shouldn't say that out loud. I don't want somebody coming robbing me. I shouldn't open some of those boxes, right? It's you know what I mean. It's a box.
Dude, do not open those, dude. Yeah. Do not open those. Do not touch those, dude.
Okay.
Do not touch it. Send me one too.
Here's my retirement.
Send me one.
I will send you.
All right, bro. Hey, listen, man. Have a great, awesome, great seeing you, dude. Have a great weekend. What are you doing this weekend? Anything? The pool's opening up Monday. Chinchimino pool.
Dude, yeah, I'm cleaning out the yard, dude. That's it.
Nice, dude. Nice.
All right.
Yeah. Bed Bath and Beyond if you have time.
Yeah, a little Bed Bath & Beyond. Pretty nice Saturday.
Go to the greatest lines ever, Frank the Tank. I don't know. Bed Bath and Beyond if you have time.
Pretty nice Saturday.
Love it, dude.
Nice.
All right, man. Tell Jess I said hi. Everybody out there, thanks so much for listening to us. We appreciate you tons. Hit that subscribe and download button on YouTube if you can, but wherever you get your pods, leave us a review too if you think we're dominating. We think we are, so hopefully you do too. Yeah. Catch you guys on Monday. Love you, Chinchy. See you, man.
See you.